Lately, I've been really diving into the deep end of tracklocross, and for the uninitiated, tracklocross takes track bikes and cyclocross and puts them together. Basically, it's fixed gears, off-road, and it is as scary, sketchy, and stupid as it sounds, but it's also some of the most fun that I've ever had on a bike. If you find yourself riding the same routes every day and getting bored of the same old scenery and the same old roads and having to deal with terrible drivers that nearly kill you every time you just want to throw your leg over your bike, tracklocross may be the solution for you. But if tracklocross sounds a little bit too sketchy for riding it just on your normal fixed gear like I do, well, you're in luck, because they do make tracklocross specific bikes. I caught up with local Sacramento fixed gear rider Justin to show off his new bike, a Squid SO EZ, which happens to be a Sacramento brand. It turns out Sacramento's really great for tracklocross. Take a look at what makes the Squid SO EZ and tracklocross so dang special. Speaking of special, this video is sponsored by Wabi Cycles. We all know that Wabi makes some killer lightweight steel frame sets, which they will unfortunately be out of stock of these beauties until the end of 2022 because everybody's buying them, supply chain issues, all that globbity gook. But did you also know that Wabi also has a mighty fine selection of track bike components with brands from Nitto, Sugino, Brooks, Philwood, H+ Sun, Velocity. Wabi is here to help you build the buttery bike of your dreams. Be sure to check them out, linked in the description after you're done watching this video.
This one's picked up from Greg, manager at Paco's.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah. Yeah,
what?
I didn't know that. That guy. Didn't really change much on it. I mean, just did the MVC post, matching NV stem, clipless pedals. You know, had to utilize at least one of the bottle cages, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing really special about this right here.
So what kind of bike is this for you? Is this your beater?
This, yeah, I'd say this is the beater bike. This is basically the bike that I ride when, like, I hit up the homies and no one else wants to ride, and I'm just like, well, you know, with tracklocross, you don't got to go far.
Yeah.
You don't got to go fast. So, yeah. So this is the bike for that. This is the Solo Dolo whip right here.
So how you got NV parts on the beater?
Well, I mean, the NV parts were for my Engine 11 build, but I had other like white logo parts which just matched a lot better. So sure. I was like, you know what? Might as well do some weight reduction on this. I'm not a weight weenie by any means. I just like having nice parts on the bike. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you know, if you get up a bit closer, you can see this nicely Kirin-inspired NJS sparkle right here. It's pretty clean. But yeah, you know, white industry headset, white industry cranks. Like I said, I hope to at least get a year or two out of them before they start stripping. But I guess I might be optimistic. But yeah. Honestly, I mean, this is a 332 drivetrain. Andron flipped the cog just so this 1/8 chain. Chain line's, I guess, pretty close to straight, but yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised at how quiet and smooth a 1/8 chain runs on a 332nd drivetrain. But yeah. I mean, you know, aside from that, have some 40C American Classic. Sponsor me, by the way. I only ride your tires now. Hey, let's get it. What wheels are these? These are Velocity ailerons laced to Paul hubs. So these are 135mm space hubs in the back, just to be compliant with the SO EZ's rear spacing. Front, typical 100mm spacing. Oh, right here got the chrome handlebar bag. You know, equipped for all weather. Hey. Equipped for all weather. I mean, tubeless setup. American Classic, baby, yes sir. Sell me on tubeless. What's the point of tubeless? I mean, like, I haven't been riding tubeless for that long, but for the time that I have, let's just say, for example, like, you know, sometimes there's just things you can't avoid. So, especially like, let's say, like, just little pricks on the floor that you find. And I mean, one day, like, I got one, I pulled it out, instantly I hear it's. Yeah. Now with the tube tire, you would have been fucked already. Yeah. But with this tubeless, it literally sealed within like 5 seconds. Like, it went. All right. And then I continued riding. That was it. And also, when I tell you, I never carry any extra tubes on me or anything. That's how much faith I have in like American Classic tires. Not just these, but the road tires too. The Timekeepers. Hey, shout out. You sound like you're sponsored already. Dude, they're great tires. They're great tires. I have no complaints so far. I mean, I switched over from these to, I was running those IRC Bokens, which were apparently like, I guess like what, super, yeah, so like, just like, you know, I think I just had bad luck with them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. I had bad luck with them. I was getting punctures left and right. Sealant was like working overtime. I completely redid the sealant and still same thing, but could have been the rim tape that Andron swapped out too. But I mean, yeah, this is the beater bike, you know. I'll crash this. You know, it could endure whatever. It's steel. Shout out, steel is real.
What kind of steel is it?
Honestly, I think it's just what, 4130 chromoly. It's like real basic, but like not like high tensile. Yeah. Check. Yeah, fact check the website. I'm thinking it's 4130, like real basic steel, not bottom barrel shit, but not top tier shit either.
So how do you like how it rides?
I mean, it's great. I think aside from the steel, the tubeless setup just makes it super supple. Like, I'm running over like potholes and stuff and I'm not feeling a thing.
So you find that tubeless is more supple than tubes?
Absolutely. Because I'm running lower tire pressure too. I'm running like a 35 on here.
Oh dang.
35 on a 40, so I mean, it just sort of like, you know, if you're rolling it over here, it just absorbs it. You can see the flex right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes like it gets to the point where like it hits it and I feel rim.
Yeah.
That's when it gets a little sketchy. Like I'm like, oh shit, is this tubeless gonna blow out? But I mean, yeah, shit. Aside from that, it's like, I'll tell you what. Out of all the bikes I have, this is probably my favorite one to ride.
Oh really?
Yes.
So why is that?
It could do everything. Like you want to ride through some dirt, fine. You want to go through some grass, fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to travel the roads that are paved. That's the beautiful part about this. But yeah, and also, you know, wishbone, a little wishbone right here.
Sick. So you said you like this better than the Chinelli
I like this better than the, yes. I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with the SSCX. I think it was just, you know, really down to just it being aluminum.
Yeah.
With this one, the only reason why I, what's it called, switched to a steel one, because I rode my boy's MASH work.
Yeah.
And it just felt so much alive. It just felt so much more alive rather than like, you know, instead of like, you know, you're like when you're on gravel, you're like this. It's just more like, you know, just real, like you're bouncing almost.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with steel. So when I got the opportunity to grab one of these, I did that and no regrets.
Yeah.
There's 130 chromoly, double butted.
But hey, if you design it well, it still makes a sick bike.
You know, I don't know if the, you know, cause there's the version 2s now. I don't know if BLB still.
Yeah, version 2 they still make them. The only difference is a little bit of the geometry. So if you have a smaller size frame, then it'll fit the standover. Because the reason why the problem with the version 1 is that short people can't really stand over the frame, but the version 2 deletes the whole standover issue.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tall kings then.
Hey, let's go. Fixie famous shoutouts to Mario Perez, Brandon Black, David K, Gio Dezera, Julian Corona, Ryan Witt, Palangi, and Zane Kolnik for helping to make these Fixie videos possible through their support on Patreon. Remember that life is short, but don't make it shorter, so be sure to ride your bike every day to be reasonably dangerous, even if it is a super scary fixed gear, just riding it out on the gravel and dirt and rocks.